Beautiful people, today we are ranking every single winger in FC 26. As per usual, we have broken rank 1 for champs debatable in the pine. Let me know in the comments who are your starting wingers, who's coming off the bench, what super subs are you putting into motion. If you want us to do this with midfielders, I'm talking ASAP. ASAP, drop a like. We've got the second coming of Pele. I like him and he's under the radar. You could play him as a cam, you could play him centrally, you could definitely play him out wide. Rank 1. Adeyemi, I'm a little cuspy. A lot of players been upgrading and improving. The pace is authentic. He's definitely overpowered. I'm going to start him in foot champs for now. Alba, Redondo, new SBC. More or less debatable, not necessarily on board with the SBC, but just saying in terms of usability, what you're buying into. Alawiran, we'll take the 85 to foot champs. We'll take the 86, who I have been using plenty, and he's been dropping in price point. He'll get into rank 1. Anthony with the 5-star skills, but no playstyle pluses. He can infiltrate a defense if you're working it in, some of the extracurricular. Bacha, I'm not necessarily as on board or as prominent or passionate about her performances, but just to get you in the weekend. Bakayoko, who is not a popular SBC, and for good reason. I'm just going to go ahead and put him into the pine. I don't think Beasley offers you enough out wide in terms of the attacking mobility. If anything, he might have been a debatable fullback, but that's not what this video is about. Maximilian, he's also going to join the pine, does not have the facilitation, and I'm going to take a moment to say we have over 100 wingers on deck. This takes a lot of time to put together. Use this as a notification to subscribe, to drop some love on the video, and at the end, we will always do a full review. Ben Rama, don't need him. That boy Bob's not playing around, not light. The footwork been elite. I can't believe I'm saying that. It is what it is. Bowen, debatable. Brawling, I like him. He might even lean a little bit upwards. That technical is delivering. Let's go German. I'm not sure that you need her, but there's good value. Not an expensive inform 7, 8 play styles. Throwing it out there. Linda Caicedo to the pine. Carrasco, I didn't think he was next level. He's going debatable. Chawinga will surprise you, but we've got a lot of upgrades and improvements. It's getting more competitive in these streets. The inform of a different Chawinga also going to be debatable. Claudia Pena, I'm a little conflicted because if we're talking centrally or up top, this would be a different discussion, but I don't find her nearly as elite out wide, and that's what this video is about. I'll still give her foot champs, but she is not going to get the same applause playing out wide or the same value or explicit attacking instantaneous threat with precision that she gives you when she's centrally located. Even the 87, who is extremely expensive, it's the same review. I need her centrally if I want to maximize the low drivens, the scoring goals, the wiggling past defenders, because those counterattack outlets, she doesn't have a premium with pace. Joe Cole for the weekend, I'm good with it. Dabinia, the 88 is still decent, but this 89 is top tier. What an item, what a player. I still would prefer her centrally than out wide, but she can do the duty, she can do the job. Ousmane Dembele, the 90, broken. We might have to make a second category with the screen variation, also broken. Di Natale, the Italian, and it's similar to Ousmane Dembele, both versions are going to broken, and I will adjust this as we get to the end of the video, and we might need a couple more categories or tiers just to round it up with the extra premium players that you're going to pay plenty of that premium. Diani, not been disappointing. Very impressive this year, foot champs. Diaz, you cannot use his 85 currently, and even the 86, I don't love him. I know that there's a price tag. I know there's a market. I'm going debatable. Doué, the 85. I've put in enough time with him to still give him a little more credit, and I used him out wide. I was swerving and curving, a lot of skills. Again, not an instant counterattack guy. The 87, I'm good with him being qualified for weekend league performances. He has the R1 trigger for the technical plus, and if anything, one of his better characteristics is that he can play multiple positions. Versatility personified. Estival, brand spanking new. Good with the weekend. Eze has not moved the needle this way. I think he's in between positions, and you wouldn't want him out wide. Phil Foden, the 85, out the game, dusted. Even the 87, who is talented, I don't know that he can get beyond foot champs. You really want him as a center mid that goes forward or floats in the attack or has those types of exchanges and conversations. Out wide, again, the pace is coming into a problematic situation. Forlan, I like him, but he needs to be a striker. Tell me I'm wrong. Francisco, relatively normal for the debate. Gakpo with the inform blends amongst the crowd. He's still decent, but the new 87 has incisive plus. You've unlocked the passing, you've gotten a little bit quicker. He moves better than you would expect for someone that's maybe 6'2", 6'3". He's at a minimum good enough for FUT champs, but he might even be in that conversation to have some upward movement, a little more trajectory. I can't base the new Champions League items on what they could become. I'm not playing that game. It's about the player's ability to perform on the pitch present day. Gervinho, he's moved down to FUT champs. Ginola, still broken. Enjoy that if you can make it happen. I like Julie for FUT champs, but I like the 87. Now with a swap for play styles. Real quick-witted, true winger-ish. And you got a little finesse for the people at home. The Dane, Gorgaza. I just wanted to say it. More debatable. Finesse shot plus is a positive. 3-star, 3-star is not. Gordon, 94 reasons to have him at least good enough for the weekend. Miss Hansen, I'll still take the 90 to rank 1. And then the upgraded or the brand spanking new item, there is our first degree of separation. And she is getting the extracurricular hand claps. We're moving in the right direction. We've seen what this looks like. Jackie Grealish, I'd love to be more biased, but I'll go debatable. I'm an Everton supporter, and he has made a world of a difference for the squad. Grimaldo, also debatable. Goulet, been a major contributor and a surprise. I knew the SBC would be decent, but he has had a lot more run through multiple weeks now of being an asset both as a starter and coming off the bench as a super sub. Haley used her plenty. More or less debatable off the bench. That's going to be her role. Hazard, the 88 and the 89. They have to at least start in broken. I'll make that separation. I don't want to be a broken record on repeat. I'm just telling you it's coming. Hemp, you will be surprised. And I'm not upset if you take her to the weekend. A Barbo, I would prefer up front, but I'll still give him FUT champs. Let him run wild. James, I think, should be better than she is. If anything, I'm gatekeeping rank 1. There could be a few FUT champs movements early doors. Karchawi on the baseline, debatable. Her 88, you'd probably want as a fullback. Now with the boost with 99 defending. But it feels disrespectful to not have her in rank 1. I'm feeling a little conflicted with both Lauren James and Goulet, just because Goulet has already put in so many performances for most of our teams. That was one of the first conclusive or unanimous great SBCs of this year's iteration. I'm a little conflicted if you can't tell. Chloe Kelly, don't need her. Let's go debatable. Harry Cool, I like him. Fun player to use. Quite a threat, quite a danger. We'll get him into rank 1. Hudis has had a downturn, but I'll leave him in debatable for what he's already accomplished. Durkee Cout out wide will not work. I'm sorry, that's the review. It can't work. Carvet Skelia, and I don't know if this is a hot take, but I like that inventive plus play style. Maybe even just the game changer combination. I just get good movements, but he's not a counter-attacking winger. He might be in between lines. We're leaving him in FUT champs for now. Lamine Yamal will take the baseline up to rank 1. And then, of course, his brand spanking new iteration is going to be unstoppable. This man just floats. He's on the clouds. Reminds me of almost a throwback to Messi, not with how he's playing on the actual pitch, but the crossover to the virtual pitch where I feel as if I know what's coming. I just can't stop it. I can't stay in front of him. He's a little creative maestro. He's always innovating and producing out of nothing. Freddie Lundberg, and I technically left off the 87. I did not mean to do so, but I would put both the 86 and the 87 are fine for the weekend. Dennis Mann, to the debate. Marmouche, you should have never been playing out wide, and to the degree that I'm going to say the Pine, the game has pushed him out even as an overpowered striker, but right now, if you go out wide, that is going to crush your spirit. Kylian Mbappe will take the 91 up to broken, and I've also left off the 92. If you grinded through that SBC somehow, which cannot be a large portion of anyone watching, he's going to just go hand in hand. And Mbomo's 85 to the Pine. Even his 87 will get him into FUT champs, but Power Shot Plus is not a game changer. McCabe, Pine, Mead, Pine. Lionel Messi, I don't think I can bring myself to do it. I don't know that he deserves to be debatable. The touches are still clean and crispy, but if you're playing him out wide, you are asking for problems. You would need slow build-up all the time. Even the 88, it's sort of a similar issue. If you were talking about playing him as a cam or potentially up front, maybe a false 9, different conversation, but out wide, he does not have that blow by, which means you have no counterattacks, players can pressure you a little bit differently, but I don't want to neglect or discredit the passing, the touches, the precision, Messi still being Messi. So we might revisit, but that's what's happening now. Thomas Muller, if you're playing him out wide, that's not going to be a good experience. I don't see it. Nico Williams, hot take, the 86, still rank 1. Premium winger, even with a rare gold. At least as we're recording, he can play both as a left mid and a right mid. The 87 overall, as expected, is going to Broken. The Arsenal individual, the Englishman, I've tried incorporating him. It's going to be tricky. We just have a lot of competition. We'll go debatable. Olise, his 86 does not work, just not fast enough. The good news is his 87 will go into foot champs. Ona, I'm a little conflicted here. Most of the time you're going to see her used as a fullback. I just think she's been valuable to have on the pitch. If you've been playing a lot this weekend or throughout the week, division rivals, I think you agree. Since this item hit the marketplace, or the SBC-isms, became available, she has been in heavy rotations for a reason. It's going to be a no-go for the Spaniard. Pajor, who I prefer up top, we will get into a debatable. Paulo Futra, wow, this man's kind of cooking up. I like the 88 all the way to rank 1, which means the 89, you guessed it, is heading straight to Broken. But you are going to pay a hefty tag. This is not hidden news or a hidden agenda. I think it's known across the community. He gets busy. Pepe, a little dated at this point, debatable. Christian Pulisic, what do we want to do? I'd love to insert some bias. I'm okay with the Inform and also the 87 both going to foot champs. Even the 87 Scream Edition, same category amongst all of them. Any of the upgrades, and it won't be his last in terms of promos and premium variations upcoming. And I'm inserting all sorts of American bias, because why not? Rafa Leao Broken, forget about it. Rafinha, and you may agree, you may disagree. I still like him in rank 1. I like lefties on the left side instead of all the inverted wingers. I find passes, I hit across the body shots, even that early goalkeeper movement, I can bang down the near post. I don't know how long he'll be in this department, but he's still there now. The 80 overall Marcus Rashford, we might be forcing a debatable. If anything, he needs to be evoed, and then he could keep going up and up, but he has been one of the most overpowered attackers in this year's installment. Guro, I like her. I'm not getting her out of foot champs. Put some respect on her name. Trinity Rodman will most definitely cook you. Do not disrespect. The Inform Rodrigo, I like for foot champs. And he does have that upcoming item from the objectives. If you upgraded your objectives with the premium packaging, I don't have them yet. I don't think as we're recording, there's been enough points released for anyone to have unlocked him. So I don't know where he's going to end up, but surely he would be at least rank 1, if not even maybe knocking on the door Broken. We're just going to leave him out of the video, but I don't want to ignore that I know about the item, as do you. Rodrigo Mora with Inventive Plus. I like that. Rolfo, maybe not her first position, but I'll still take her for the weekend. Saka, I don't like him. There's been no point that he has been in any level of rotational or squad building challenges. That has not happened. Mo Salah, who's been a little out of rotation. I'm okay with rank 1, but the Inform's also going to be in rank 1. There's not another notch up. Still has an incredible finesse shot. No doubt that he has the speed and some of the packaging. I just don't think it's been his best year up to deliverables. Salma, extra overpowered. We'll go with her 84, still good enough for the weekend. And then we'll take the 86 up to rank 1. Sonny, you don't want that 85 playing out wide. Even the 88, you still would prefer him up top, without a doubt. I'm going to go foot champs for now. Swanson's had a little bit of a downturn, but I've put in time and minutes. She's done what she was supposed to do. Semenyo, another SBC you did not need. I like Tella, but again, I'd rather have him as a cam. I'm okay with foot champs. Vinicius Jr., and we have 3 variations, so let's talk about it. The 89 and the 90 are going to be in the same category, and then I will make an additional tier. For now, the 90 Scream edition is here, and I also like using any of the Vinnies out wide or up front. I was fortunate enough to pack the 89 on the road to glory. Sophia Wilson is terrifying, but you need her up front to maximize. She'll go foot champs. Yildiz also to foot champs. And then perhaps the biggest sleeper, and last on the list, Zaruri with Tiki Taka Plus. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. Maybe he should make his way into foot champs. We're going to give him the nod. Shall we review? I am trialing a brand new tier. We're going to call this Elite Brokenness. So we have another degree of separation where I'm taking the 90 overall Ousmane Dembele, the Scream rendition. The man is unstoppable. I like Hazard going up. The 90 overall Vinny Jr. going up. The 89 Ginola has not stopped. He has not let up. I can't deal with Yamal. We'll take Mbappe into that elite level. One more degree. I'm looking at Paolo. I'm thinking about one of the Di Natalis. I think I'm going to move the 89. We'll leave both the inform and the 89 overall Vinny Jr. Rafa Leao, as good as he's been, I have a feeling that EA is going to somehow make him a little more dated. We will move Graham Hansen. That'll close out the elite brokenness, and then let me make some additional pulls. I'm not sure if there's a bunch of arguments to be made with our rank 1 in terms of them going to broken. However, there are plenty of cases in foot champs. James is going up. I've also decided Goulet's done too much for the community. He's going up. I've got that itch, maybe a little bias for Due. Too many positions, 7 play styles. We'll give him the nod. Even Sonaldo, I have questions. Brolin has been cooking. Son doesn't feel natural out wide the same way that he plays centrally. And this leaves us with plenty of room for different conversations. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Have your voice be heard. As always, we have a lot more content coming out ASAP, and it's highly appreciated if you could drop a like, share this with your friends. It takes a lot of time to bring out these tiers videos when we start getting into 100+ different players and analysis. But I appreciate you. Let's have an amazing closeout to the year.